Okay, moving right along. Going to talk about loyalty offers. This is one of the earliest in modern times loyalty offers. These are called green stamps. These in the 50s, 1950s, and 60s were given away at grocery stores. Thank you, Eloise. Depending on how much you spent, you would get a block, certain number of green stamps, which you could then lick and paste into a green stamp savings book. And then based on the number of green stamps you had, you could trade them in for wonderfully useful household items, pots and pans, and maybe vacuum cleaners and things like that. So an early loyalty program for grocery stores. Um, Very simple. The more you spend, the more you earn, and then you get the special prizes. It's really a continuity program, which is the most basic kind of loyalty program. Um, Now we know that lots of sort of a next step, fast forwarding, 50, 60 years. Almost every retailer that you go to, uh, they love to get your information, your contact information, your email, your phone number, and enter you in their loyalty program and then give you a little key fob like this for you to put on your keychain and then have in your pocket whenever you go to the store. And if you're like me, and you probably aren't, but your mom and dad are probably like me, he said optimistically. They have keychains full of these things. Now, of course, these days, most loyalty programs are where? On your mobile. Yeah. Um, Continuity program with levels, which is the next kind of program, which we'll talk about in a minute. In fact, the minute has arrived. Um, Airlines, famous for loyalty programs. Advantage, American Airlines Advantage program launched in 1981. The more miles you fly on American, you accumulate those miles, and the miles can be turned in first for free flights. That was the first advantage of them, and then later on they added other things you could get with advantage miles. And they also added levels or tiers, spelled Tier, tiers, so levels of membership, almost in a club. All right, and based on what level you're on, you get different privileges. Ellie is not too interested because she's snoring next to me. I don't know if you can hear her. Um, she leads a very demanding life, as most dogs do. Um, so you all know when you get on an airplane how it's boarded. If I were to ask you who gets on first, you would, I hope, tell me people who need extra help or families traveling with small children or strollers. People are going to take a little time, get on first, which is appropriate. And who gets on next? Um, Probably first class, who have, in some cases, paid extra to go first class. In some cases, they are gold or platinum level advantage members who have been offered an upgrade to first class. But either way, first class is next. And then it's platinum members, gold members, etc. And then everybody else. So there's some obvious advantages in terms of how people are treated based on really how loyal they are. And if you think about it, that's an MVC loyalty program, right? Credit cards also have levels. Um, this is the American Express Black Card, the Centurion card, they call it. Oh, hang on just a sec, folks. This is my housekeeper. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? It's all right. It's all right. So, I just want to see if we can go to this website. This is Forbes magazine, if it'll go there. Um, talking about what you get with Cent American Express Centurion Black Card. Now, this is you're supposed to be invited to get this card. As it says here, the unique characteristics in terms of costs and rewards do not invite comparison. They give it a rating of 4. The annual fee is $5,000. You've got to pay American Express $5,000. Um, highlights. Okay, you earn all kinds of, well, you get elite status and all kinds of hospitality brands, Hilton, Marriott, other hotels. Um, so this is rewarding someone who's into membership points. Yeah, okay, and probably many of us know people who are usually road warriors, meaning they travel a lot on business, or they're someone who frankly is just has that sort of jet setter lifestyle where they're staying in a lot of hotels, they're traveling, they're really into collecting points. And so one of the first things the black card does is gives 1.5 times reward points per dollar on purchases over $5,000 for their own membership rewards. They have exclusive retail shopping benefits at Saks Fifth Avenue. Okay, and some other things here. They've got tie-in with Delta, uh, the Global Lounge Connection, proprietary lounge locations around the world. They have Centurion lounges in airports. You probably are aware of lounges, special kind of not very marked doors you can go. And if you're an elite member of something like American Airlines Advantage, and you can wait for your flight in a comfortable chair and have all the honey roasted peanuts you want and other nice things. In fact, at Heathrow, at least it used to be the case, that the lounge there, the executive elite lounges, you could take a shower. So if you were flying all night to London, from New York to London, you could have a shower right to start your day. Okay, here's some more write-ups. Comparison. Again, this is on Forbes site, Forbes magazine. Forbes magazine is a business-oriented magazine, privately owned by the Forbes company. There's a $10,000 initiation fee. My gosh, look at that. How about that? Okay. Now, one of the things, Equinox, there's some other Clear membership, which is the passing the lines. That's the service where you don't have to get your shoes looked at to get on planes. All kinds of diamond status. Okay, airport lounge access. Now, here's one of, I think, the best services right here. It's the concierge service. Basically, there's a 24-hour, 7 days a week person you can get who will help you with whatever you need help with related to your travel and going to Broadway shows or whatever it is. All right, so hours tracking down a sold out Christmas present to managing an evacuation in the midst of a volcanic eruption, the concierge service for the black card holder. If it's legal, chances are you can get you, they'll get it done for you. That's really what, to a large extent, what you're paying for. Because the people who are into this kind of travel, the MVCs for travel, that spend the most money, uh, need to change plans quite a lot. And here they've got someone they can call who'll do it for them. So levels of membership. This one's so elite that you have to pay because the service is so valuable. But just imagine the loyalty that's built with this. It's phenomenal. Let me see. Just bear with me, folks. There we are. Okay. Whoop. So in terms of loyalty, um, shifting gears a little bit to a retailer. Um, when I have a live class and I ask them about loyalty programs, I hear back from a lot of students who belong to the Sephora loyalty program, which I know has tiers, it has levels. It's a very well thought out program. And of course, the objective of these programs is what? It's to get you to be loyal to this brand, to this company. If you're going to spend $1 on makeup, you're going to go here first because of what you get. A couple more points about this. Loyalty program statistics. This is a couple years old, so I apologize, but I don't think it's changed too much. Most average U.S. household are in 15 loyalty programs, but active in only 6. Of the $48 billion in value issued every year, a third is not redeemed. You can read this for yourself. This is important. 85% of members say they never hear another word after sign up. I used to do some consulting work with a company that had a arrangement with Choice Hotels, Comfort Inn, and they're about the third largest hotel chain. They have a number of different brands, Choice Hotels. They have a loyalty program, but they don't really, at least at that point when I was dealing with them a few years ago, they weren't really marketing it very aggressively to back to the customers. So this is it. It's like they sign you up, but then they forget about you, which is what you call not very good marketing. Now, here is what we really need to focus on here. So loyalty is not just the loyalty program. It's not just the continuity of the rewards program. That's the icing on the cake. The main thing that builds loyalty is product quality and customer service. So when you think about that purchase funnel, you think about the experience when they purchase and then the experience. That's got to be really good, or you're not going to build the loyalty no matter what you offer them. And if you're analyzing your customer base and you find you lose, you get a lot of drop off after the first purchase, you better look pretty hard at what you're delivering. Okay. So we've talked about MVCs now with loyalty. I'm just going to mention one of the first um, industries to offer special MVC services is the Las Vegas casinos. They have certain people that wager a lot. They're called high rollers. This is from Wikipedia. And the high rollers get everything given to everything given to them at the Las Vegas casinos. You can see free private jet transfers, limousine use, the best suites, all for free. May extend credit to continue betting, offer rebates on losses. Salaries of employees, you can see here, may contain incentive arrangements to bring in high rollers. So here's the definition of high rollers. Uh, so limits in Las Vegas, they're limited between $150,000 and $300,000 in bets. So there's a group of gamblers worldwide who are high rollers who get special services, and this is first MVCs. And we need to, I'll just think about then translating that back down to a car rental company. If you're Gold Card or the highest level at Hertz or Avis, you skip the check-in line at the airport, you go right to your car, you get an upgrade in your car. I mean, they do everything to make it easy for you. When I worked at 1-800-Flowers.com, The biggest customers were the businesses. So we had a B2B sales group that I actually headed up. And so companies could do their corporate gifts to their clients. They could reward employees with gifts from 1-800-Flowers.com. These were the entities, the customers that spent the most, more than the B2C, than individuals buying for Mother's Day or something, obviously. In fact, I got American Airlines to use 800 Flowers for their corporate gifts and to offer it as part of Advantage when I worked at 1-800-Flowers.com. And the point here is that the B2B, the business, the largest customers had a special phone number to call at 1-800-Flowers for service. So question is, my biggest customers, who are they? What can I do to make it even easier for them to deal with me? What sort of a special program, special services can I give them? Okay. Now, also, I think a relatively new phenomenon in businesses. Whoop, I'm way over time. Oh, this isn't going to work.